Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. This video is about a super commander, and I've described the super commander previously, but it occurred to me that I should show you what a super commander can do. Now, the first question you probably are thinking is, what is a super commander? How is it different than a regular commander? Well, super commander is really an idea where you're going to use one commander and move it around to do different tanks. And a super commander could be just a regular one-star commander if that's all you have. And so what we're going to do with the super commander idea is take one commander and move it around from tank to tank to tank to build up the skill to acquire a new skill. So if you look at Lyanna, you see that on the right, her box of skills has 255,000 points for the next skill. And of that, we have the orange bar, which shows us 191,000. So basically, we got, almost 9,000 plus 55. So 64,000 points is going to get us another skill. Now, you can use any commander you want, depending on what you have. I'm showing you the best way to do it, which is to use a 3-star commander if you have one. And the one I'm showing you is the one you get from the Ultimate Season Pass. So it's going to take me many games to do this, and after each game, I'm going to show you the result with the skill bar and explain this whole super commander process bit by bit by bit. So it's going to take me actually maybe a couple of hours to make this video, even though the video itself won't actually be that long. So it's going to be kind of funny. But we're going to take this commander and I'm going to go step by step to show you how you can maximize one commander at a time to earn a new skill. Preferably, you're going to have a 2-star commander, which has a 15% bonus rate of earning, or hopefully you really will have a 3-star commander, and any one works. It doesn't really matter, but there's something I'm going to show you about this one that'll be super helpful. So before we continue, please leave a like for this video. It will help a lot. Please consider subscribing, because if you subscribe, you get these videos notifications right when they're made. And I make a video a day, and usually 2 or 3. So that will help me and help you at the same time. And of course, it's all for the low, low price of absolutely free. Okay, so what we're going to do here is use this super commander. I'm going to move her from tank to tank. Now, this will work if you're using regular tech tree tanks. And the nation is really not something that matters. Specifically, you can use this in the nation of, in any nation's tanks. But you're going to have to use primarily one nation. Although I can show you how to do this where it will be different. And in fact, let me do that right now. So what I'm going to do here is show you something about this commander that you probably don't know. So we are going to take this random guy here, Spartacus. Vehicle assignment. Hang on a second. Let me double check this. Correct. We're going to vehicle assignment this guy into the Thumper. Now, the reason I'm choosing the Thumper is because that is the tank where Lyanna, the gladiator woman, is in. And I'm going to remove her from the Thumper, and I'm going to show you what's going to happen. So, First assignment for any commander, free. Jackpotto. So now we're done. So we took Liana here, and notice, you can see it, but okay, you look at her square with the orange bar around it. Notice that under her picture, it says unassigned, and there's what is a black stripe or a black bar at the very bottom. What this means is that this commander is now a universal commander. It can be put in any tank. Now, I'm still going to go ahead and do it with what you saw. What I'm doing is I'm taking the super commander and I'm going to do my regular business for today. And what I'm doing is working on it. I'm working on the contract for the Legion 59. But I'm going to use Liana in my Cold War Blue Nation tanks. And I'm going to move her from tank to tank to tank to tank and go through those as I work on my contract, which is medium tanks. So we're going to use her primarily for medium tanks. So let's go ahead and grab her again. This really didn't change. She was in blue, and I'm going to use her in the Blue Nation. But I wanted to show you that if you have her specifically, you could do what I did. And you can actually take her and move her from nation to nation. Now, the thing is, the way I did it was very important. Let me go back here and show you. What I did was I took another commander and put that commander in the tank that I wanted to free up the commander, which was her. So I took the Spartacus and shoved him in the tank she was in, and that was what I call bumping. What it does is when you put a new commander in a tank where there's already a commander, it's going to bump them out. And when you look at the vehicle assignment here, if you look on the right side, on the green box, it says vehicle assignment, none. I'm sorry, yeah, well, it says that none. But it also says trained. If you look in the second line, first line is assigned affiliation, none. That's because we took her out. Trained vehicle, none. When it says trained vehicle, none, that means when you bump that commander, it's going to bump it to a universal black bar. That's what I did on purpose. So now we're going to take her, a vehicle, assign her to any. Good enough. T95E2, fine. There's no commander here. If you'll look above it on the upper right corner by that gold tab, there's no helmet. If we go over here, there's a helmet on this Leopard 1A1, little silver box that has a helmet. That means there's a commander in there. So if I put her in that tank, it's going to bump that commander. But I'm going to put her strictly in this T95E2. So there it is. She's unassigned. We're going to put her in this blue tank. And the thing is, she is a universal commander if you bump her out. So if I needed to, I could literally bump her out, shove her in a different nation for free. If I tried to do it, in fact, let me just go ahead and show you. Okay, first off, she's now in the T95E2, but let's show you what would happen if I don't bump her out. You bump out a commander, you get to do it for free. Let's clear this out. Yeah, this is good. I'm not going to put this girl in this tank. I'm going to show you that it will charge me 60 gold if I try to do it, because this is a green nation and she's in blue. See that? It says under her picture, it says vehicle transfer minus 9,000. Premium vehicle, I'm sorry. Yeah, minus 9,000. Premium vehicle discount plus 9,000. That's even. However, different nation affiliation minus 60 gold. Heck no. Cancel. Because I didn't bump her out. If I bump her out, she'll transfer to black bar like she was. And then I can move her to green nation for free if I so desire. I don't want to do that, but I can do that. And I wanted to show it to you so you could see it for yourself. Alright, so now we're ready. And what we're going to do here is we're going to find this tank, T95E2. That freak. Simplifies matters tremendously. Alright, there it is. T95E2, go to vehicle. Bingo. And there she is. Now, what you'll see here is that I have already a ×4 vehicle booster. I'm sorry, not vehicle booster, commander booster. This is going to help her on the first win because you see the red stripe in the T95E2 rectangle. The red stripe is the 100% bonus for first win of the day. So what I'm going to do is use ×4 commander boosters for these games. So if you don't have a ×4 commander booster, go right to the store. You can go right here to the auxiliary section. Right here, ×4 commander booster ×20. The price for these is basically 42.5 gold each, which is a good deal. I'm just going to buy 20 more just so you can see how it works. Alright, so I'm using Leanna, which is the ultimate season pass commander. That way, if you wanted to use her, you can get her if you don't already have her. And as you can see, the regular price for 3-star commanders, like the Grim, well, and this is any of them, but these are special from Halloween. Grim Reaper and Hildur, 3,300 each. If you need cheaper ones, you can get these two girls, Vasquez and that Ghost Girl. Instead of 6,600 gold, it'd be 4,600 gold. So this is a bargain price for 3-star commanders, if this will help you. So I wanted to give you this helpful information for the Super Commander project, which is what we're working on. Now, we have the tank that I want, because this is part of my contract. Let me show you the contract. This is a bonus lesson. All right, I'm on stage 8. I have to do 362,400. I already have 106,000. What's going to happen here is real simple. Whatever tank experience I generate in these matches goes to this contract. And when you get that first win of the day, you get double. So if I got 2,000 and I won, bingo, 4,000. So this is the key. 362,000 sounds like an awful lot of experience. Really, you only need half of that if you use the daily double trick, which is what I'm going to do. And as you can see here, now this one requires mediums of tier 8 or higher. Well, these are Cold War, so these are higher. Now let me go. This is set to blue, but I'm going to set this to blue medium. So I have 6 tanks that are just blue medium tanks to use for this. I'm going to use the mediums from all varieties of Cold War. It doesn't matter. But for her, in this project, we're going to use just blue tanks. You can see that flag right there. So we are ready to go. I've got my commander bonus attached. I got my tank. My commander is fully selected. Okay, I got to do one more thing and show you. Let me just show you this. For your super commander, you need the quick learner. The quick learner adds 10% to the earn rate. Her natural earn rate is 30%. That's why it says 130%. So she's 30% bonus. Quick learner adds another 10%. That makes it 40%. The other thing we also need to do, if you're using a super commander, is you need to use the enhanced rations. This gives you increased accuracy on your gun and decreased load time on your gun. It also gives you, ta-da, 10%. Where the heck? There we go. Gives you a 10% commander experience bonus. So this is key for the super commander. You want to make sure that our commander has the quick learner skill and the enhanced rations. Now, if your commander doesn't have the quick learner skill, then you don't have to change those. Just do the same thing that we're doing, and on the next skill you get the quick learner, because it makes all your skills go faster. So I put quick learner as number 1 in the skills, because it makes the next one 10% faster, and this one is 10% faster, and this one was 10% faster, and this one was 10% faster. You see how it works? It saves a lot of time because it gets huge. All right, the next one here is 390,000. It starts getting ugly if you don't have it. But we're all good. So this is a super commander, and the super commander is the one we're going to swap from tank to tank to tank. And for this purpose right now, we're just using blue Cold War. You can do anything you want. I just happen to have a lot of blue Cold War tanks in the Cold War section. Now, if I go to World War II, I have a lot of German tanks. I have a lot of Russian tanks. I can do the same thing with Germans. I can do the same thing with Russians. I can do the same thing with Americans. I can do the same thing with French. I can do the same thing with British. Okay? And I have those already set up to do that. But I'm doing this video to show this concept to you. And the thing that helps me the most is to work on my contract, which means I need tier 8 and above medium tanks. So I'm using Cold War, which those would count as tier 11 or higher. So I'm going to do multiple things at once. In fact, I'm going to do another thing, I hope, because I'm going to go and show you. I still have on my long haul 13 qualifications to earn. So if I can finish top 7 in any of these matches, that will qualify to the long haul. So this is what I call doing a contract long haul. I'm working on my contract primarily, but in the background, every match where I finish top 7 on my team qualifies me for something bonus, which is a long haul mission. The commander bonus points I get, that's also a bonus. The number one focus here, the driving force, is contract. But hey, do multiple things at the same time. That's why I'm showing you the super commander. I'm going to build this commander up as a bonus. I'm going to get long haul qualifications as a bonus. This is exactly how you should run your missions. Have a main focus, but try to configure it like I'm doing Super Commander, where you're going to get multiple jobs done at the same time, rather than go, well, I'm going to do long haul missions. Oh, those are done. Now let me switch. Let me do some contract. Whatever your contract says, we'll do that. Oh, okay, that's done. We'll do something else. And you're like, wow, I sure wish my commander was higher level. Well, if you set it up right, every mission you do boosts your commander up. So that's what we're going to do. So now I'm going to go play a game, and then I'll see you in however many minutes it takes me to play this match, and then give an update on this commander for the Super Commander project. See you guys in seconds. Okay, game 1. Team wasn't too hot, but got 5,000 commander experience points. Time to move on to game 2. Well, the second game was another bad team, but I got 3,000 commander points. Better luck on game 3. All right, another weirdly bad but good game. I don't know. I killed 2 guys, but only damaged 87. But I did get 16,500 commander points. I don't know. Whatever it is, we're just going to move on and continue. And now we're going to take her to another tank. Okay, so now we have to do the important part of going into the tank here and removing the 4x commander booster. And now we're going to select a different medium tank. We'll just do the leopard. That's fine. Whoops. we are going to, now we'll do it this way, it's a lot easier. Vehicle assignment. Leopard, transfer. We're going to bump that other commander out as well. Now, she is here. Let's get a 4 times commander bonus. Ready to rock. Now, this tank does not have any camouflage. Let's camouflage this dude, shall we? Yeah, we're not buying a 3,000 skin for this, that's for sure. Just something basic. Good enough. Just basic camo. The 7-day variety. I don't play this tank that much. Just in case. All right. Let us assign her to the Leopard. All right, we're good. We got this Leopard with camouflage and the 4 times commander booster, so let's rock. I'll see you in a few seconds. Well, had a really good game. Unfortunately, my team lost, but I got another 11,500 commander experience points. So, keep going to the next game. Well, I had another good game. Killed 3 guys. Made a lot of money. Made over 10,000 commander points. But my team, not good enough. So, well, try again. This one was a real good, quick game. 13,000 plus commander points. The guy that was with me was telling me where to go because he wanted me to go with him. He ended up getting MVP. I ended up getting 3rd place, and our guys were capturing the base. Really a great game. So that was a nice change of pace. Almost got this commander skill unlocked. One more game. We're going to go to the next tank. Okay, so now let's take this. Whoops, first thing I'm going to do, take out the booster. Let's get this commander and put her in that 4-ad. Again, free to transfer because this is the same nation, premium tank to premium tank. So now, we move to the 4-ad. And I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Whoops, almost forgot. Got to put that 4 times commander booster on there for that daily double first win of the day in the tank. Okay, so now the team was bad. I had a good game. Best in game assist, which was good. Almost 4,000 commander experience, and jackpot, we got the commander skill unlocked. So let's go take care of that, shall we? Okay, now we are going to select the newest skill for Liana. So we go to the skills, review what you have. Quick learner, rapid reload, steady aim, born leader, armor angling. Now, I have other tanks in World War II that can really, really use the binoculars. I have sniper tanks that will make good use of this. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to take this one We're going to put this on her. Now, this is not for Cold War, really. That doesn't really help you that much, if any, actually. But that's okay. I have another plan. Let me go back and look over here if I remember this correctly. The Nazi zombie. Yes. Now, that's all very good. That dude would be very well off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy. We're going to swap his commander stuff. Actually, I'm not going to swap with him. Okay, actually, I decided I was going to swap his commander stuff with hers, and the reason is, due to the contract, I'm going to be upgrading her skills, which used to be the Nazi zombie skills. This guy I'm using in a Marder 38T in World War II, and the extra aim and born leader will help tremendously, especially with the addition of the binoculars to give him maximum vision. So that's going to be fantastic. But the main thing I'm doing is putting these in her so that I can upgrade. Actually, that's okay, I guess. It's not the greatest in town, but that's all right. Okay, here's the master plan. And that master plan is I'm going to switch now from Leanna, and I'm just going to replace her with Mary, because Leanna is will be a black box or black bar universal commander once I put her, Mary, into the FORAD and bump Leanna, the gladiator girl. So let's bump her out. Now watch, we'll go back and find her. There she is. She's now universal. I can use her either World War II or Cold War. So her super commander status generated us an extra skill that I moved over to my World War II Nazi zombie. But now I have a new super commander, which is Mary, and I'm going to continue working on the contract with her. Now let's go look at the contract. If you remember, the contract started with 106,000 tank experience. So in the handful of games, I gained 9,000 points, which wasn't a lot, but I had a lot of games that were bad. My teams weren't good at all, so let me see. Okay, so it only took 7 games, which was actually pretty good in that regard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the commander skill to be earned. And so in those 7 games, shockingly, we only got 9,000. Wow, that's crazy. Looking at this, I guess that's true. There were some bad games with some bad teams. That's what cost me. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. So the whole idea, let's just recap the Super Commander. So I took a 3-star Super Commander. Let's get this over here. Took this 3-star Super Commander. Popped her into blue Cold War tank after blue Cold War tank to get contract stuff, commander stuff, and also I got some long hauls out of that qualifications. So bonus, made a lot of money too in the games that we had that were good games. You see those games here. 80,000, 120,000, 180,000, 167,000. So this is what people mean when they say in Cold War you can make a lot of money. So have a lot of silver available now to do upgrades, or not upgrades, but equipment on tanks. So a lot of stuff happened there that was good. Let's look at this long haul business, 67. So made a few of those, but this is the general idea of what I mean by the Super Commander. You can take a Super Commander and move it pop, 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 pop from tank to tank, and I showed you the trick that if you bump out your commander, you can sometimes turn them back into a universal. It doesn't work with all the commanders. It works for some. You have to look, like if you have another, let's look, I'm going to go find another 3-star commander to show you. Here's one. All right, this Jolly Roger. Vehicle assignment. Now you look to the right. You see he's in a British Eradicator. Well, it says vehicle assignment, and then it says assigned nation, United Kingdom, which is UK, and then trained vehicle none. That means if I bump this guy out, I can make him into a black bar universal commander. So I showed you the trick of how you can take a 3-star, and the 3-stars are the key. They're the most powerful commanders you can get. So take the 3-star commander. We can bump him out by shoving another commander in the tank where the 3-star is already commander. That kicks him out, and when you kick him out, that will make him into a black bar universal. You can use that, like I showed you, to switch nations. You can also switch from World War II to Cold War or back. So even if you only have one 3-star commander, like say, I don't know, Lyanna, who comes from the Ultimate Season Pass. If you have Season Pass and you don't have any 3-star commanders, oh man, you should buy the Ultimate Season Pass. One of the tanks I used with her was the Forad French tank. That tank is awesome. It's a no-brainer. For 4,000 gold, you get a 3-star commander on the upgrade. If you have the Season Pass, 2,000 gold, the upgrade costs 4,000. And for that 4,000 gold, you get that French Forad tank. It's an awesome tank, really. And you get a 3-star commander, which can go universal, which is super important. So you can use her to do what I did. And you can do this from nation to nation, because maybe you don't have a lot of premium tanks, okay? You get premium tanks every season. You get, 5 of them? 4 for 4. Yeah. You get 4. You get a 5th one if you get the ultimate. Sometimes ultimate is worth getting. Sometimes it isn't. This time is one of the times where I say it's worth getting to almost anyone. Because the tank you get is a great tank. It is a fantastic medium tank with a secondary gun. It has the regular cannon, which is a great cannon, and it has that 20 millimeter gun, the ones that those BMPs use, that with the green machine gunning. That thing is great. So this one, you get a great tank and a great 3-star commander. Last season, they had the Centurion AVRE, a great tank, and a 2-star okay commander, but he looks fantastic with his British desert uniform. So I got that one. It just depends from person to person whether it's a really good deal for you or not. The previous season, which was the Christmas season, had the Astron Rex, which was a 5-shot autoloader, tier 8, with a 50% commander bonus. So that was another good tank. So sometimes it's worth buying the ultimate. And you have 3-star commander on that one as well. It was Krampus. He's hideous. He's 3-star. I just don't look at him. Okay. But Lyanna was terrific. You saw me use her as a super commander as a great example of what you do. So super commanders can work from the same nation from tank to tank with free transfers from premium to premium tank. The advantage of this super commander that can go black bar, you can change it from nation to nation or from era to era. So Lyanna is one of the commanders that's super valuable because even if you only have one of them and she's the only one you have, you are in good shape. You can take those commander skills, like I built up the commander skills and then I swapped them off with my Nazi zombie because he goes in my Martyr German sniper tank. So you can build up your commander skills, swap them off for 5,000 silver for each of the ones you swap. So she had 6, so 5,000 times 6 is 30,000 silver. I swapped her commander skills, and then the ones he had transfer for free. So the 4 transfer for free. You pay for the more skills to be transferred. You pay for 6, the 4 transfer free. And then I'll use her again and in another tank and build her up again, swap those off, and restart the process. And I do this with several different commanders, but I wanted to show you specifically the super commander so you can do this with your own tanks and maximize your commanders. This is how I take commanders like this one slot Bogatyr or 1 slot Spartacus or oh, that's actually 2 slots. That's really good. 2 slots Ares, 1 slot Tiago. And with the correct usage of a 3-star commander, because they earn skills at a faster rate, you build them here, transfer here. Build them here, transfer here. Build them here, transfer here. Build them here, transfer. You get the drift, okay? We build those with the 3 stars and we transfer them and then repeat the process. Now the key thing is I build them, but I don't put the low skilled transferred skills in my 3-star commander in a tank that needs 3 or 4 or 5 skills. So I don't do this. I'm not going to transfer, for example, this rabbit's 1 skill to Lyanna and then put her in a Cold War mission. That would be ludicrous. There are certain specific tanks that can operate quite well with 1 or even no skilled commanders at all. Those are low tier World War II tanks, and I can build them up that way. Let me show you what that is. This is a German 38H. This is also a 50% commander bonus tank. So I can do a super commander in this tank with low commander skills, and it will not be as penalized as a Cold War. I can also do it, if I really wanted to, in some sniper tanks like this Martyr 38T, or I could use a Panzerjäger 1, which is a Panzer Jag 1 to you, most of you anyway. So there are certain tanks that I can do this without penalty. For myself, the Sexton 1 is king. I can literally score with no commander in this tank. Just with the equipment alone, I can score. How do I know this? I did a test one time. I did a test in Himmelsdorf, that city map. I got 5 kills with no commander just to see how many I could get. Now, I'm not saying I do that every game, but it's very possible. And if I have a platoon with a good team, yeah, I'm going to make kills, and I'm going to jack this up quickly. So that's what I do, is I take the low commander skill guys, use them in tanks like the 38H or the Sexton artillery or a sniper tank, something that does not require a lot of commander skills to score, and build them up. And once I get 3 or 4 or 5 transfer them over to, like with a 4 or a 5, I can transfer it to something else that builds up stuff faster, like a 38H is good, or I can, if I want to play for fun, I can just go play some sniper missions and do it that way. There's a lot of opportunities to score with the commanders. You're not just limited to only using commander experience tanks. They are helpful. So if I need to use a tier 8 heavy tank, I have this Eradicator, and this one has a 75% commander experience bonus. I'll just show you right here in case you've never seen it. It's possible. Silver bonus 50%, which is nice. 15% tank experience, that's good for your, contract or operation. Commander experience 75%. Now it's one negative is that this will face tier 10s, and those matches don't go well as a general rule. You're not going to rake it in unless you get lucky. It's way outgunned in the tier 10 match. So that's its negative. You get positives and negatives. So that is the thing. And this guy is also a super commander for British. So he's my British super commander. I can pop him from British tank to British tank to British tank if I want to and need to build up faster experience or whatever. So this is the video that shows you how to really make great use out of your super commanders. And you know what? I forgot to take that ×4 out of that tank. 4-rad, right? Where's that 4-rad? I don't know. That's a good question. Where is it hiding? Beats the heck out of me. Oh, it must have. Sometimes it'll take the favorite tank status off of there. My GOG 5, how did that get lost? I don't know. Now you've got it. Look at all these tanks that lost it. Oh, well, it's okay. No big deal. Enigma. Got them. Okay. Now, let's go find this 4-rad. There it is. Take this off. Oh, actually, that one has not been completed. Well, we'll do that later. But this is basically the end of the video. I wanted to give you the skeleton formation of how I run the super commanders and how you can use them in your own tanks to maximum effectiveness. Like I showed you at the beginning of the video, you can go and buy those ×4 commander bonuses. Those things are really good, and that is a terrific deal. I'm going to show it to you one more time here in the auxiliary. The weekly deal. Let's look at this. All right, weekly deal. And this shows up about once a month. So it's, if you don't have any, wait the next time, buy some more. 20 commander experience boosters. Cost, they charge $8.50 for this. That's the price they usually charge for this bundle. So that is 42.5 gold for each one. It's a little pricey, but you get great value because when you use those properly, like I showed you, you don't just run them on random missions. Like I already did. You see the red stripe is gone from the leopard. I could run this on there, but this would be an inferior use because I'm not getting the double bonus, and that's the key. With the red stripe tank, the 4 times gets a double bonus because it's the daily double first win of the day. This is when you use your commander experience. But you do it, and if you lose a game, that's unfortunate, okay? But you just keep going. Once you get the win, you take it off and wait for the next day. So tomorrow, when I run Leopard 1A1, I'm going to put that 4 times on there until I win, and then I'll take it off. Same thing for the T95E2. Same thing for all of these tanks. So this way I don't squander them. I want that maximum, because you saw those games, 13,000, 16,000. That's a lot of commander points in one game. So that's just what I wanted to show you, is how to do this correctly and how to maximize your items. If you don't have lots of gold, don't buy the multipliers. Just use the daily double with your super commander, like I did. Remember, I started off in the T95E2. We got a win. We moved to the next one, Leopard 1A1. We finally get a win. We move to the next one, the 4AD. I actually got enough points to get a new skill, so I got that, and I'm going to start the whole process over again, with this tank, etc., to work on other commanders. And I'm constantly doing this. It's happening in every game I do. I have commanders working to make maximum experience so that I can transfer it to other commanders. I'll show you. I'll take this off. Let me show you. Go to vehicle. That is a 9 skill commander. This is how you make 9 skill commanders. This guy's an 8, and as you can see, he's about 8 and maybe 30%. He's a little over 30%, actually. Actually, a little over 33%. He's a little over 1/3. So now notice it's $1.5 million to get that final skill. But I took the quick learner off. Don't worry about it. Just play this, and it's going to stay in this guy. This guy's going to stay with this forever. He's going to get one more skill, and that's fine, whatever it is. But at stage 8, I take off the commander skill of the quick learner and just do the regular. Don't worry about it anymore, because hurrying through 1.5 million ain't going to make much difference. By this point, with 8 skills, you're already awesome with that commander. So this is how I make those 7 and 8 skill commanders. And then when they're 8, they just let them go by themselves, whatever. This is another super commander and a commander trainer bonus vehicle. So he's got 7. So whenever I play Armadillo, Bammo, I'm working on this. So this is the super commander concept. And it doesn't matter, as long as you have one commander that has a earning bonus, you can make this work. If it's a 2-star, it doesn't work as powerfully, but it does work all day, every day. So remember, the 2-star commanders, let's do this. 2-star commanders, they're 15% bonus. Okay? The 3-star commanders are better because they're 30% bonus. And that's the deal. As long as you have one bonus earning commander, you have a super commander. And it will help you. You get that quick learner, you get that enhanced rations, and that makes your 30% commander a 50% commander. If you have a commander bonus earning tank like the Armadillo, or like in Cold War, let me show you some Cold War ones that are useful. The Armadillo is one, but that tank is gone. You can't get that. Tanks you can get right now. Now, a lot of these Cold War tanks have a 10% built in. Some have 15%. The Magok 5 has a 25%. Right there, Commander XP bonus, 25%. The Enigma, if you have the Enigma. 25, oh, sorry, 10%. I thought that was 25. So my mistake. The Magok 5 is the good one, 25%. Same as the Armadillo. So look at your premium tanks to see which ones have it. The Magok 5 is a tremendous builder for crews in Cold War. So these are things you can get if you, or you may already have. Like I said, most of these premium tanks in Cold War have 10%, like the Enigma, which came from one of the seasons. The Forad, I don't remember. That one's the brand new one. Let's look at it. It's real important that we know what this Forad has. I don't know for sure. And I don't even remember. 10%. But 50% silver, which is awesome. Okay. Still one of the butt kickers in the Cold War, if you're playing Cold War, you really want to pound it out. Magok 5. So you have different opportunities. Another strategy you can use I didn't show you, it's pretty basic. Take your Super Commander, put it in a tank like the Magok 5, and just play this all day long, because after you get your daily double, everyone after that will be, if you have a 30% commander, it'll be 30 plus 10 is 50 plus 25 is 75% bonus. So I used to run a lot of Magok 5 commander missions in Cold War because it's a 75% bonus experience every game. So if you have a Magok 5, you already have a tank that will bonus you on your commanders big time. You've seen this video. Now you see why and how certain tanks are super awesome. So every time you see someone in the Cold War playing a Magok 5, well, they're building commander points, all right? Same thing with World War II. Anyway, we covered a lot of that stuff. This is enough to set you up. You guys can really rake it in now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. It'll help you and me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I got more to do. I got to go back to this contract. Take it easy.